Is this the first Christmas movie you watched this year?
Yeah, it's gonna be in
Yeah. Red One. It was one I wasn't really, that excited to watch, which is why we, delayed it by a few weeks. Because I was just like, I'm not that bothered if I miss it. But, we're glad we've seen it in the end, though.
absolutely. It's just like a good film when it comes out on like streaming or whatever. It'll just be good to whack on like it around Christmas time, won't it?
Yeah, because it's really funny. Like, the serious nature of like a stupid situation is just funny, isn't it? Like, an outlandish situation.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're not bothering to go out and watch it in the cinema, just wait till next year.
Yeah.
Watch it on something. It'll be on something.
Like you said before, like Christmas movies, they're all about longevity, aren't they? Like repeatability.
Yeah.
It's like that's why they make their money.
You just need people to watch it over a long period of time. You need it to be like a staple.
Yeah, yeah. Crazy, and just imagine the revenue some Christmas movies are making them.
Yeah. What's this film about?
Basically, J.K. Simmons is Father Christmas, Santa Claus, and he has like, this whole operation basically that like helps him, train for the big day, and like they're like protecting him or whatever, and then he gets taken, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And then it's just about getting him back really from this evil witch.
And the main character, Chris Evans, is like on the naughty list, so they don't really want his help, but he's the only one who knows where they could be.
Yeah, yeah, because he's like some sort of nerd, and he like one of them guys who's like paid. He just goes to the highest bidder because he can get like he can track people and like use whatever data to track people down.
Yeah. So, and he has to track down Santa, and that's basically the plot.
Yeah, and it completely works. And
Yeah.
like, it's just really funny, like the way they do it.
That whole scene on the beach, that was weird as well.
Yeah, that was a little bit out of place. But that just showing like some people do go to like these warm places for Christmas time, just because they don't like the cold or whatever. Like there's a guy I know who does that. Like where does he go? He goes somewhere like really exotic every Christmas. Like he spends Christmas Day there. That's weird to me, but
Don't talk about the acting.
yeah, it can do. Yeah, it's just like you said, didn't you? Like it's just what you want really from this. Like doesn't it's completely irrelevant really. Like as long as the action sequences are good and it's got a decent story, you could be as stiff as you want and it's still gonna work.
Yeah. I'm not turning out like a mind-boggling performance. I think it's just is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. As long as you deliver the lines and like you put a little bit of emotion in it or something.
So you usually talk about the acting, but it just doesn't really matter, does it, in this
No.
one?
But what about just Chris Evans? Like, just like a quick word on him, where you just step
He can't ever play like a serious like acting role, can he? He has to do these action ones, really.
Yeah, yeah. He's just not made for it, is he? Like, it's hard, and like some people just aren't built for that. You need to go in front of the camera and assume a different personality entirely. Like it just seems fake, doesn't it, with some people?
And it's quite similar with The Rock as well. He just plays like the same character every film he's in.
Yeah, yeah. But they're obviously multi-millionaires, so why not? Why not do
And the films aren't even that bad. Like most of them, they do.
that? Yeah,
If they tried to do some crazy films, then it'd probably stink up the film.
yeah.
And Dave Bautista's in June, but imagine if Dwayne The Rock Johnson played his character.
That would be really funny. I'd love to see that actually.
Would be funny, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think they'll ever do it, do they? They just do these action ones, so
That's it.
fair enough.
Yeah.
So get into the star rating, because we're going to get into spoilers after this.
Yeah, yeah. And this does like warrant a spoiler. review because there's some funny stuff that are spoilers,
Yeah.
because it'll ruin the joke on it. So.
So yeah, we're gonna give it a 3.5 because we thought it was gonna be bad, and we were actually surprised that it was decent.
Yeah, like we're not putting it on the 4-star, are we? Like with Alien or or movies like El Jaro #2, where the screenplay is exceptional. It's just one of them, and it could have been a better action, maybe. It had room for improvement, but it pretty much maxed out the style of movie, didn't it?
And you wanted to get on record that we are putting it above Gladiator 2.
Yeah, it's a better action movie than Gladiator. That's not even a joke, is it?
No.
It actually is.
Yeah, it's just the truth, spitting facts here.
Yeah.
It's not a joke.
It might actually seem outlandish, but it's not a joke. But yeah, spoilers. So yeah, you got probably up until Christmas it'll stay in cinema, so just go and watch it and then come back.
Yeah. So talk about the scene where he gets kidnapped.
Yeah. So basically, like, the Rock's just like doing his normal patrols, is he, or something? And then he's like, wait a minute, what's going on over there? Like, one light goes out. And I just thought it was really cool, like the way they did it, Like the Rock noticing what was happening. Because obviously he's a really competent guy when he's the Rock in this.
And he just announced his retirement, so he went around the place to just take it in one last time, didn't he?
Yeah. But they were actually like some decent elements, weren't they? It wasn't like, cringe or like it didn't work.
No.
It was alright, wasn't
Yeah, they took stuff that we all know about Christmas just from existing during Christmas, and then they made it into their own little thing, didn't they?
Yeah. It was good how they were interwoven it all. And obviously he was ground down by the workload when the Rock.
And how adults don't value Christmas and all that anymore.
Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, the main bit in that scene was the action, wasn't it? It was really cool, and when they were taking him out, and the Rock was trying to stop it, and he was jumping across the buildings.
Yeah, and he had some ray that could enlarge objects. He jumped onto a jet ski midair.
Yeah.
That was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really well shot, that scene. I really enjoyed that.
And then it turned out it was a ruse, and he was just trapped there. They didn't actually take him out, did they?
Yeah. It's as soon as the vehicle crashed, I was like, oh yeah, he's not in it. Because obviously he wouldn't have, he's not just going to go over there and take a red back as he instantly. So I was like, oh yeah, that's what's happening.
Yeah, and then it did a double ruse, a plane flying over, he was in that, but he wasn't even in that one.
No. he was there the whole time.
Yeah, and layers.
Yeah, interesting. That was a very, very watertight operation because it took him ages to work it out.
Yeah. Literally took him a week, did it, to work it out.
Yeah. Literally travelled to Globe trying to find it, and he was there the whole time, passed out.
And again, does something bad. Real quick, his relationship with his son, Chris Evans' character.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, and why it was in the movie, but I suppose it just added a little bit. You needed to, drive it on a bit, wasn't it? Really. I feel it didn't really work at all.
Yeah, they always try and throw in a bit of a family thing. You kind of have to in a Christmas film because it's about family and at Christmas.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But I don't know. It was just wasn't developed enough. I think it was good if they just developed it a little bit. Because Chris Evans didn't really do much to prove that he was going to be a better dad or anything, did he? He just hardly any scenes on that. So
No, they should have had, because they talked about him going to some instrument thing. Did he had a recital? They should have just had a scene at the end where he turned up to the recital and watched it.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
It would have been good.
And they would have took one more day of filming or whatever, because they already had a scene where he was at the recital, didn't they? In backstage.
Yeah, all you have to do is it starts, like every movie that does this. It's already started the recital, and then he comes in like partway through and sits down.
And his son like looks up when he's playing and sees him there, and he's like, "Ah, there he is." He made it.
There's my dad.
Classic.
Yeah, just do that and stick that in there, and then the Rock comes in as well. Watches it.
He just pats his shoulder, Chris Evans' shoulder, like, "Oh, you're a good dog." So yeah, they could have just even like one little scene like that would have gone a long way.
Oh yeah,
And then obviously they could have added more stuff to make it even more fleshed out. But
yeah.
it's already quite a long
Yeah, I was
film.
going to
wasn't
say
it?
that. Yeah, it's already quite long, and that is going to dampen its like rewatch factor, isn't it?
Yeah.
People like an hour 40 for a Christmas movie, I think.
Yeah. And then get on to something good. Just talking about how a lot of Christmas references, like, well, just whole like mythology references in general. Like when they were first questioning people who took Santa, they questioned the Headless Horseman and someone else didn't.
Yeah, it was funny that one.
And also Krampus turned up. He's obviously like a big like part of the Christmas mythology. Isn't it?
Yeah. Do you think it would have been better if he was the main bad guy or not?
Yeah, it could have been. Like, I don't know what they could have done to like get him to like kidnap his own brother or whatever, but you just do it like he doesn't like Christmas, so he's just trying to stop Christmas or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, because he was like a really good character. Wasn't he? I liked him.
And they chose to go with like a Christmas witch, didn't they?
Yeah.
He couldn't say a name, otherwise she could like know where you were or whatever.
Yeah.
It was alright, wasn't it? Alright, really.
We briefly mentioned the slap scene is funny. The one that's in the trailer. That was funny in the end.
Yeah. Actually, the trailer didn't ruin that scene, did it?
No.
Usually when you see it in the trailer, you're like, oh, I'm just waiting for that to happen, because you know it's going to happen. But
Yeah.
actually, yeah, it's pretty funny, because you didn't know about like the bracer thing that makes him stronger, did you?
No.
From the trailer.
Yeah.
Quite surprising. Like, obviously, when you're watching it, you knew he was going to get the bracer. But, it was done in a good way, wasn't it?
Yeah. Slap that boy. It was just funny in general, though, wasn't it? Like I said right at the beginning, like they're just taking it seriously. It makes it way funnier, doesn't it? They're on this like training camp, ready for the big day. Santa's getting ready for it. But then it like throws in funny elements, and like while he's doing,
Yeah,
just works.
really good.
Yeah. Just like bench pressing with a rock, like it's just funny. And the Rock's like spotting. He's like, they're just talking about him retiring, man. And then he was like, oh yeah, come give me a spot. It's just funny.
Yeah, and then he was annoyed at that, so he put on more weight. He's like, the Rock asked him how much he wants on, he's like, oh, put another one on.
Yeah, he's like, let's go heavy. It's just really funny, wasn't it? Yeah. Like Santa doing 4 plates. And the Rock's just there, like, yeah, he just does this like it's nothing.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was good. Fairly. I watch it again just for them scenes. I just thought they were so funny.
Yeah, it was just pretty funny, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to mention real quick, no, they didn't mention Rudolph. Like his red nose or anything, which I was quite surprised by, because every Christmas film mentions him, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, and obviously the reindeers were in it. So.
It was like they referenced loads of Christmas stuff, but they didn't reference one of the biggest ones, so don't know why.
Yeah.
Something I noticed. Maybe I was wrong, maybe they did reference it, but I can't remember it.
I wasn't looking for it, so I can't tell, but...
I was just waiting for like his nose to glow, so it's just like hanging watching it.
Yeah. That reminds me, actually, when he's like going into the houses at the end, that was funny as well. It's some like stealth operation.
And he knows if they're awake or whatever on his tablet, so he goes in when they're asleep.
Yeah.
And there's some like gremlin things, like he trod on a light and they came down and fixed it.
Yeah. Though he's never been detected in the entire history of him doing this.
Hmm.
So, and that's how, because he's got such a great team behind him. Yeah.
Hmm.
A gremlin flew in, and he parachuted in. he had the lamps ready. Exactly the same model as what was already there.
Yeah. It's just a good like adaptation of Christmas, wasn't it?
Yeah, like if they'd have not gone for every single Christmas thing, then they could have cut it down. But like, I think they just wanted to get everything in there, didn't they? Maybe they could have like left Green for a second, maybe made it a bit shorter, cut the budget a bit, because they would have broke even if they'd have cut it to 150. Like obviously you still need to make 300 to actually break even, but you know, at least they would have made back their production budget. You know?
Hopefully it gets a bit more money because it definitely doesn't deserve to get wrecked as much as it has.
No. And just like the negativity around it, like doesn't make sense, does it? Whatever.
People say they like the BFG, and that's like a Christmas film, right? And that one sucks ass.
Yeah.
This is a way better Christmas film than that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that wraps up the review of Red One. Definitely recommend watching it.
Yeah.